The Pharaoh ruled like a god, and the monuments they were building, massive, towering structures of stone, were announcements to the whole world that Egypt was untouchable. But inside that empire, hidden in the labor camps and the mud brick fields, was a people in chains, the Israelites. They had come to Egypt generations ago during a famine, following a man named Joseph, but that was long ago. The Pharaoh who had welcomed them was dead, and the new Pharaoh looked at the growing number of Israelites and felt something cold move through him. So Pharaoh went further. He called the Hebrew midwives, the women who delivered the babies, and gave them a command that was pure evil. Every Hebrew baby boy that was born, kill him at birth. Quietly, make it look like an accident. The midwives refused. They feared God more than they feared Pharaoh, and so the babies lived. So Pharaoh went even further. He made it a public decree. Every Hebrew baby boy that is born, throw him into the Nile River. Drown him. Miriam stepped forward, this brave, quick-thinking girl, and said very casually, "Should I go and find one of the Hebrew women to nurse the baby for you?" The princess said yes, and Miriam ran, and she came back with her own mother, with Jochebed. The princess handed Jochebed her own son back and told her she would be paid to care for her own child. Paid. Moses grew up inside the most powerful household on earth. He had tutors and teachers. He had access to everything Egypt had to offer. He ate well, dressed well, learned well. By every external measure, he was royalty. But he always knew. There was something in him that always knew those people in the fields were his people. And God told Moses, "I am sending you to Pharaoh. Go bring my people out of Egypt." Moses' response was essentially, "Please no." He said, "Who am I to do this?" He said, "What if they don't believe me?" He said, "I am not a good speaker. I never have been. I'm slow of speech and tongue." He gave 5 separate excuses. 5. This man was standing in front of a burning bush that had been on fire this whole time and had not burned up, and he was still looking for reasons to say no. But God gave him signs. He threw his staff on the ground, and it became a snake. He picked it up, and it was a staff again. He put his hand inside his robe and pulled it out leprous, white as snow. He put it back in and pulled it out healed. God told him his brother Aaron would speak for him, that he would be the voice, and Moses would give him the words. "Let my people go." Pharaoh laughed. He said, "Who is this God you're talking about? I don't know him, and I'm not letting anyone go." And to make his point, he made life even harder for the Israelites. Now they had to gather their own straw to make the bricks, but the quota stayed the same. The Israelites turned on Moses in frustration. Even the people he was trying to free were angry at him. Moses went back to God and said, "Why did you send me? Nothing has gotten better. Everything has gotten worse." And God said, "Watch what I do next." What came next was 10 plagues, and they were not gentle. Boils that broke out on every Egyptian body, so painful that even Pharaoh's own magicians could not stand before Moses. Hail mixed with fire that destroyed every crop still in the field. Locusts that ate everything the hail had left behind. And then 3 days of a darkness so thick, so complete, that the Bible says it could be felt. You could reach out and touch it. Egypt sat in a darkness they could feel pressing against their skin, while the Israelites had light in their homes. Plagues tore through Egypt, each one more devastating than the last, and still Pharaoh would not let them go. Until the 10th plague. God told Moses, "One more plague is coming, and after this one, Pharaoh will not just let the people go, he will beg you to leave." At midnight, God would pass through Egypt, and the firstborn of every family would die. From the firstborn of Pharaoh sitting on his throne, to the firstborn of the prisoner in the dungeon, to the firstborn of every animal in the field. but there was a way out. God told Moses every Israelite family must take a lamb. It had to be perfect, without any defect. They were to slaughter it at twilight and put the blood on the two sides and the top of the doorframe of their house. And when the death came through Egypt that night, it would see the blood and pass over that house. At midnight, God moved through Egypt, and a sound broke out across the nation that no one who heard it ever forgot. The sound of parents discovering their firstborn children were dead. From the palace to the prison, there was not a house without someone dead. Pharaoh's own son, the heir to the throne of Egypt, was gone. And this time, Pharaoh did not negotiate. He called for Moses in the night and said, "Get out, take your people, take your flocks, take your herds, take everything, go now." Moses turned to the people and said, "Do not be afraid. Stand firm. You will never see these Egyptians again after today. God will fight for you. You only need to be still." And then Moses stretched his staff out over the sea. The wind came, a strong east wind, and it blew all night, and the water began to move. It pulled back to the right and to the left, and walls of water stood up on both sides, and between them, dry ground. Moses stretched his hand out again, and the water came crashing back down. The chariots, the horses, the soldiers, all of it swallowed. Not one of them survived. And the Israelites stood on the other side and watched, and they sang. Moses and Miriam led them in a song on the shore, and they danced, because they were alive and they were free, and the sea had fought for them.
Go, serve your Lord as you have said. Take your flocks and your herds and be gone!